So when you wrote it out and expanded it to the binomial, you should have
Oh my god.
gotten to this step.
I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of
This is kind of what?
overwhelming.
Yes. But you missed the first part of it. That's not going to help. And I am going to give you the Pascal's triangle is the way I would probably go about this problem. But the purpose of this method is going to come into play next. I'm just showing you how they connect between the two of them. So remember, looking at Pascal's triangle, I can find these numbers here by looking at the n equals 6 line and find those numbers. So I'll go back to my Pascal's triangle. And so this line here is what I'm going to use to help create it. So 6, 15, 1, 6, 15, 20, 15, 6, 1. So let's go back. And that's going to make this a 1, 6, 15, 20, 15, 6, and 1. And so remember, just take that one row and that gives you all your coefficients. You can use the binomial theorem, but for the most part, use the binomial theorem and so you can find one specific term. I just wanted to show you all the connection between the two. Now, our x's, remember they decreased in power, so we started off with x to the 6th, x to the 5th, x to the 4th, x cubed, x squared, x. We're adding between each one of these. But what's happening with my y's? We're having that negative 2y we're raising to the power. So negative 2y to the first power is negative 2y. Negative 2y squared, what is negative 2 squared? 4. So we have 4 times y squared. What is negative 2y cubed? So we're going to have negative 2 cubed and y cubed. What's negative 2 cubed? Negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2. Negative 8. Negative 2 to the 4th power. So negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2. That's going to be positive.
16.
And all we're doing is taking that previous number and multiplying it times 2. So we're multiplying it by negative 2. 16 times negative 2 is negative 32, y to the 5th. Multiplying negative 32 times negative 2 gives you a positive 64, y to the 6th. Now let's multiply these coefficients. And so that 1x squared, or 1x to the 6th is just x to the 6th. Negative 2 times positive 6 being negative 12, x to the 5th, y. 15 times 4 gives us 60, x to the 4th, y squared. 20 times 8, or 20 times a negative 8 gives us what?
Negative 160.
15 times 16. Someone with a calculator.
240.
Oops, hurt my X. Six times negative 32.
Negative 180.
One times 64. So let's talk about things or patterns that we can recognize in here. This is our first one we did with a negative. What happened to my signs? They weren't all positive, they weren't all negative. What did they do? They alternated. And so term 1 was positive, term 2 was negative, term 3 was positive, term 4 is negative, 5 positive, 6 negative, 7 positive. So our even terms are the ones that are negative. Is everybody ready for me to go to the next page? Right? I need a little bit longer. So on the next thing that we're going to look at, we want to see what it is, and these are some that you're going to have to take in your own special spots in your notes. So why this is important, why that binomial theorem is useful, is sometimes you don't want the whole sequence. You may only want the 15th term. And so we need a way to get there without having to expand out to the 20th power. So the shortcut for finding that one specific thing is you write your power on the top, the term you're looking for minus 1 underneath it for the combination, the first term, and we're going to raise it to a power, but we'll talk about that power in a minute. The second term is going to be raised to the power of the term number that we're looking for minus 1. How do I find this exponent? What did these two exponents have to equal, the sum of those? The sum of these must equal the power. So if this was 5, this would have to be 15 to equal 20. So let's look at this one specific one that we're looking at. So my power is 20. I'm looking for the 15th term, so I write 14 down here. The first term of the binomial is 3x. I'm holding on from writing the exponent just yet. The second term was negative 2, and that's to the 14th power. Remember, these two numbers are going to match every single time. And 14 plus what is 20? 6. So let's go ahead and find these numbers. Someone with a calculator, remember to find this in the calculator, you can go to your probability menu, go to the combination, which is the step 3, and you're going to do 20, 14.
Zero.
Not 0.
Yes, I do.
Probability combination 20, 14.
14.
14, 1, 4. 20, 1, 4.
3, 8, 7, 6,
3, 8, 7, 6.
0.
Now, let's take and find out what 3 to the 6th power is. What is 3 to the 6th power? Yes. 729, you said?
Mhm.
That seems about right. What is negative 2 to the 14th power?
To the what?
14th.
Negative 1 over 16,000. 385.
No, it should be a negative. So, negative 2 to the 14th power, 16,384. So what am I going to do with my numbers? What am I going to do with these 3 things to find my answer? What operation? They're being multiplied, so I'm going to multiply them. So times 729 times 38, 760. And that equals 462,000 billion. $946,959,360 x to the 6th. And so when you're trying to find a specific term, it'd be a lot easier to plug it in this way versus expending out that 20 terms. I want y'all to try to find the 5th term in this when this one's been expanded. So you should have had your first line be 10 combination 4, and the negative 2y would be taken to the 4th power, and that means that we have 6 left over of the powers to go to the x. Timmy,
Yes, ma'am.
what is 10 combination 4? Okay. See if you can find it.
I don't have a calculator.
Oh, you don't have a calculator? Okay. Ben?
The 10.
10 combination 4. Do you have that? Not 10 divided by 4. Timmy, can you show him how to use that? What is it, Mason? Put the comma. It is. It's like it's right there.
210.
There you go.
210. X to the 6th. Negative 2 to the 4th power is what number? Negative 2 times itself 4 times. Is it going to be positive or negative?
Positive. Negative, positive, negative.
16
It's a negative 16.
is a positive 16. Y to the 4th. Make sure when you're typing it in the calculator, you do negative 2 to the 4th. Otherwise, the calculator sees it as negative, comma. What is 2 to the 4th? Now let's combine those.
I really don't.
No, that's technically what you're writing when you do it this way. This is a separate item from here. But when you put them together, they are one item. It's negative 2. So 210 times 16 is 3,360. X to the 6th, Y to the 4th.
You did the math in your head? Crazy.
Half of, I just did, move things around. Now, let's not